Self-love is the best love. Take a moment with me. Tap here. Self-love is the best love. So the last video that I uploaded, I'll put a link up top and I'll put it in the description. I asked you all the question, what is your story? And in doing so, I had to ask myself the question, what is your story? So when I decided to share, I was sharing a chapter that I'm working my way through right now. And the chapter is a little bit longer than what I'd like it to be. Now, I remember towards the end of the video saying, self-love is the best love. But it didn't really hit. It didn't really resonate with me. I'm completely So when I was doing the playback to upload it to YouTube to see, is this video going to be the one I upload? I liked it. And then I got towards the ending where I said self-love is the best love. And I was just like, whoa, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it is the best love. And I uploaded, right? Check it out. And then I started to really ponder, I'm in this chapter right now. I'm sharing my health condition. Why am I in this for so long? And again, self-love is the best love. Okay, why are you not applying the self-love to your self-tap to get yourself through this chapter that you do not want to be in? Right? Like, pretty easy question. A little hard to navigate my way through answering that one. Still working my way through answering that one, to be honest with you. So I decided to jump onto Google. So in my hand, 3 Post-it notes. After I read each one, I will give you my feedback on each one of them. But I'd love it if you drop a comment in the comments below, comment box below, and let me know which one of these definitions that you like or don't like and why. So definition number 1, an appreciation of one's own worth or virtue. Now, that one made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. You see, I have a problem with my worth. It's something from childhood. Probably ties to the whole self-love thing. We'll see how this goes. But I like that one. Not sure. So definition number 2. Self-love, regard for one's own well-being and happiness. Now, this one I like better. This one's that warm and fuzzy one. It's a safe space definition. So that one's a keeper, right? So definition number 3, a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. It's number 3 for me. Definitely number 3 for me. I am being intentional, right? I am trying to curate my life the way I want to at this phase of my journey. And, when you start talking about, taking actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth, TaptheSoul Wellness. It fits. Here's the problem. Now, I know this. Self-love is the best love, yet I'm not applying it. You see, if I was applying the self-love I should have been applying to myself all this time, I wouldn't have had this health condition that I'm now trying to navigate my way through. If I was applying the self-love the way I should be applying it, I wouldn't still be in this chapter trying to get through the health condition. I would be on the other side of it. I would be disciplined. I would be consistent. I would be committed to self. I would be loving myself. And then the question, why? Why am I not? I know better, somewhat intelligent, right? I know better, but why am I not doing better? I'm caught up with people, places, and spaces, giving out my love like it's a buffet sale, as opposed to taking all of that love, honing it in, and doing what I need to do for myself to be stronger and better, to then dish out my love to the people, places, and spaces that are deserving of it, right? So when I Google the definitions and I'm thinking about all of this, and I'm thinking about this chapter, I think the last video I said I was stuck in it. And I'm stuck in it, but I'm not really stuck in it because I am doing what I need to do. I'm just not applying the right level of commitment and dedication and discipline, which I'm trying to now amp up and do because I'm reminding myself that self-love is the best love, right? So I always believe that the only way out is through. What I also believe is that you do have to do the look back. Now, there are many people out there that say, don't look back and you can only move forward. And I get that. I understand why they say that. But for me, I have to look back. I need to look back and see the lessons or blessings that are sitting back there that I may not have understood back then, but I have more clarity now. So when I go and I look back, I'm not going to look back to sit there and stay. I'm going to look back and explore, to do that reflection, to understand, to gain that knowledge, to then help myself as I navigate forward. The only way out is through. And if I don't look back to clearly understand what was going on back there, then there's no way that I can clearly navigate my way forward, because I don't know what I'm navigating myself towards, and I don't know what I'm navigating myself from. Also, along the way of this journey, I believe it's important that as you are looking back and moving forward, or navigating in the direction that you need to go, we put it that way, you should take a moment and you should celebrate or grieve whatever is applicable for you along the way. The version of me back there is not the same version that I am today. And the version that I am today will not be the same version of me tomorrow. So I'm going to be losing parts of myself, and change is hard. And some of those changes, you need to grieve. You need to release them, because they may be holding you back from doing what you need to do to continue to move forward. And this is what brings me back to that self-love being the best love. When I do my look back is tied to the word worth that was in one of those definitions. And it comes back to a lot of childhood stuff that I'm still working my way through. You know, they talk about shadow work and childhood trauma. I'm not an expert on that, so I'm not going to try to school you, educate you. I'm just going to share my journey as I'm going through this process. But when I do my look back, and I look back at a lot of childhood memories that some have suppressed, where they're coming up now and they're not easy to consume. They're not easy to navigate my way through. That's when I understand why people say don't look back. But I have to look back, because I can't keep carrying that childhood trauma with me, because it's holding me back from loving myself the way I'm supposed to be loving myself. Get it? Follow me? So I'm still navigating my way through. But as I do that, I'm also celebrating the fact that I am more in tune and I'm more aware. Do I have it all figured out? Nope, I do not have it all figured out. Am I still in the chapter that I'm in right now? Yeah, I am. But I can get a lot more clarity the more I'm doing this work of reflection, the more I'm looking back and really understanding some of those childhood moments that I've never healed from, that I've never even addressed. And when I say address, it doesn't mean calling up person blah from back then and said, well, this happened to me and you did this and you said this and what. It's not about that. It really is just understanding what happened, how it impacted you, and how do you move forward from it. And that's where I am working my way through right now. So self-love is the best love. And the only way to really encourage yourself to love yourself is to really take a moment to even just understand yourself. And for me to understand myself, once again, I have to do that look back. I have to understand, how did Tap become who she is today? Because all of our experiences, the people, places, and spaces that have occurred throughout our duration have given us the version that we are today. And if I don't want to be this version tomorrow, then I need to do the work to continue to refine myself to be the version that I want to be as I'm curating my life and I'm being selfishly intentional as I do so. So self-love, I'm going to read these 3 definitions again as I get ready to close, tap out here. Drop a comment below and let me know which one of the 3 that you like, okay? So definition number 1, an appreciation of one's own worth or virtue. Definition number 2, regard for one's own well-being and happiness. And definition number 3, a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Now, I can only speak for me. I cannot speak for you, but I want you to know that you're not alone and I'm in it with you. Whatever you're going through, I'm right alongside you, and you're not alone. Again, like I like to make sure I always say that the point of me doing all of this is to motivate, it is to inspire, it is to nurture you as you're going through your journey, whatever your journey is and whatever point you are in your journey. For me right now, as I'm navigating my way through this chapter that I feel I've been sitting in longer than I want to be, the realization that I'm not applying the right amount of self-love to myself is giving me the clarity that I need, because I need to pivot. I need to sit down and figure out if I'm not giving myself enough self-love as I'm navigating and understand why I am not. In parallel to that, or in conjunction to that, I am also figuring out what are the steps that I need to apply. What's that level of dedication and commitment and discipline and consistency to start loving myself more. Now, it will look very different for me than what it's going to look like for you. But my ask of you as I get ready to tap out here is to take a moment and ask yourself, how much do you really love yourself? How much do you really love yourself? Are you doing all of the things that you need to do to love yourself? And if you are not, what are you going to do about it? And if you are, take a moment and celebrate that, because there's many folks like myself that is not applying the right amount of self-love to get myself through, but I am now working my way through. But celebrate the progress that you've been applying self-love for yourself, because you are worth it. So officially tapping out now, self-love is the best love. And as I continue to navigate my way forward, being selfishly intentional, curating my life, I hope that I will be able to continue to inspire, motivate, and nurture you as I am doing for myself by applying more self-love. Peace, love, and blessings.